Fresh out of the mailbox, another Memo fragrance. I'm very excited about it, just based on the notes. Memo's Cappadocia, or Cappadocia, whatever. Picked up this joint from Max Aroma. I looked at the notes prior to selecting this joint and they seemed right up my space. As a Memo fanboy, I seem to find beautiful hidden gems within that lineup, and I want to be able to say that I have one of the strongest Memo fragrance lineups in the game, at least in the hood, which I probably already do, but if you got one, you want them all. But hopefully this one didn't drop the ball. Let's roll my fucking music so we can unbox Memo's Cappadocia and see if we've discovered a new fire Memo fragrance.
We're all alone, yeah, some friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessing morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝗙𝗿𝗏. Shout out to Max Aroma for sponsoring today's video, and shout out to me for selecting this fragrance. It was all about the notes. The Memo brand name, to me, already screams a couple of factors. Great performance, unique scent profiles. I don't feel that any of the Memo fragrances, at least the ones that I have smelled, are inspired by anything else other than creativity. I feel like they're their own unique scents, and they really do it beautifully. And one of the things that they focus on is not only like really nice naturals or just sexy scent profiles in general, but performance. Because I'm yet to find a Memo, at least again, in my experience or in my collection, that's subpar in performance, and I'm not expecting any subpar energy from Cappadocia. Where's my knife? And today's knife is a military green Kershaw with a beautiful blade. Look at that blade, it's incredible. Spring assisted opening. I like knives. Cuban knives, it goes together. You know what I'm saying? So let's unbox this puppy. You take out the little sleevey thing. Okay, I'm assuming you open it up. It's like a whole book scenario here. Damn, it's like layers upon layers up in this piece. I feel like I'm gonna drop, oh, almost dropped it. Boom, Cappadocia. Here's what that fragrance looks like. Beautiful presentation, typical Memo rectangular bottles. And there's a little inscription on the inside of the box that says, "From Paris, seeing fragrance as a journey, Memo Paris recharts the map of a sensory world steeped in emotion, in which magical destinations mingle with the potent natural ingredients." Okay, let's go over the notes though. Been a ball sprayer for a while. You already know that based on these notes, it's 100% Uncle Cuba style. At the top, we got saffron, vanilla, myrrh, benzoin, frankincense, sandalwood, orris root, mahonal, musk, rose, and jasmine. What is mahonal? Sounds like mahon, which means shit. So once again, in typical Uncle Cuba fashion, I have forgotten my test strips. I have a real big mess in the studio, but that doesn't stop us from creating and smelling fragrances, right? So we're just gonna go directly on skin. I'm not wearing anything. I'm gonna put it on the watch hand, and it's gonna be first impressions and full wear all the way down to the dry down to see what type of energy we're getting off of Cappadocia from Memo, and see if it's a fragrance worthy of a cop. Ready, set, first impression time. Just never lets me down. Ooh, there's a beautiful orrisy amber earthiness, almost mushroomish. Ooh, instant goose pimples? Instant? Instant. There is an element of resinous benzoin essence in this joint, as well as a fresh vibrancy, brightness, sharp, earthy, soily component in this fragrance that has my fucking goosebumps standing on edge. Confusingly beautiful. There's this weird earthy freshness, like aerating soil. I know it's hard to put that into words, but this is how my brain is interpreting things, right? And people have to understand, a person's individual interpretation of a fragrance is not the end all be all. And I like to use this analogy for some people to understand when they try to get into their stupid brains like, that doesn't smell, I don't get. You interpret shit however your brain interprets it. You ever seen a wine sommelier? There's a real popular dude with glasses, a black dude, heavy set, who's done a lot of collaborations on YouTube. He's an intelligent, super eloquent sommelier who smells wine, right? And he gets these wine notes and he's like, I pick up notes of cherry, manure, leather, soil, fungus. He gets all this crazy shit. Obviously, that's not what's in the wine, but that's what his brain, as a professional, is interpreting these scents in a way to relay it through a camera because there's no smell-o-vision, dickhead. So this isn't necessarily what the notes mean or what it actually smells. This is my way of explaining it to y'all based on how my brain is processing these smells. And for me, it's this fungal, mushroomy, aerated, soily kind of scent profile. It's got the orris root energy with that powdery essence. It's got a little bit of an ambery sugar vibe. You get the frankincense energy, but amongst all that, there's this unusual element of freshness, and that freshness makes it really versatile. It's resinous, it's full body, it's sharp, it's lively, it's airy. There's a little bit of a, again, earthy, ozonic kind of energy from this fragrance that makes it so unique to anything else that I have in my collection or that I've smelled. Memo is a fucking animal when it comes to these fragrances. Like, I'm yet to find something that completely turns me off. There's some that stand out more than another, and that's fine. That's just fragrance. That's the way it is. But as far as like shitty quality or subpar to my taste, I'm yet to find one, and this is no exception. This is actually incredibly beautiful. It's sexy, it's airy, it's versatile, it's vegetal, it's earthy, it's resinous, it's slightly smoky. There's no true heavy spice to my nose. And what I mean by spice is like a peppery aspect. I'm not getting red or black pepper. I'm getting all those allspice mixes, but it's not spicy. It's not picante. It doesn't have a little tingle in the back of the throat. Let me give this a couple of minutes for its full dry down, but this oily, sexy, first double goosebump beast from a blind buy, high hopes.
One eternity later.
Eyeball sprays. Let me get down to the final dry down. I have not stuck my nose in my arm for about 6 minutes. I went to the bathroom. I sent a letter to 𝗙𝐿 via the toilet. So the fragrance might have a little essence of dingleberry right now, but it's all right. It gives it more earthiness, right? Natural, organic. All right, here we go. Here's my final interpretation of Cappadocia from Memo. Beautiful. There's almost a yeasty pastry essence as well. Yeasty, pastry, slightly sugar, mild frankincense. It has reduced a decent amount. It's still that vegetal, aerated, soily aspect, but it's a little bit yeasty and sugary. It's gotta be from that amber. Still got a nice spice blend. There's also an almond extract note that's really coming off the skin on this dry down. This is fucking beautiful. Super sick. And now that I'm looking at the cover of it, it's rocks, but it almost looks mushroomish, right? Or is it just me tripping, or I need to like microdose? So for me, in my personal opinion, the goosebumps say it all, but it's absolutely a ball spray. I'll put a link in the description. It's not a cheap fragrance, no memos are, but if you can sample it, definitely get yourself a sample. See if it's your type of energy. I think it's absolutely terrific. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Have you smelled Cappadocia? I'm from Memo. Let me know your thoughts and let me know more I want crazy Memo fragrances in my lineup. Let me know the Italian leathers, the Russian leather, French leather, any that you think are absolute gems that I haven't showcased on the channel. Leave it in the comments below. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to check out the biggest in the game. You know I love y'all motherfuckers. And you love me. And I appreciate you. Smooches.
Cubaknow, what's fresh, who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. Cubaknow.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start attack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.